Dream Team Tonic, and it's live.
I forgot we had that extra bit on the end of the intro there.
Yeah.
That caught me off guard. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Dream Team Tonic Game Week 14 Deadline stream. Tony, how are you doing this morning?
Yeah, all good. I'm not as fully set as I was last week when I didn't alter anything. Just changed Thiago and banked the transfer, but I think I've convinced myself that my moves are right. So yeah, should hopefully be a bit of a breeze of a morning.
More transfers, more problems, isn't it? You got 3, is it to use?
Well, I think I'm finally changing my keeper. I think Ramsdale's an option now. Obviously, with Pope being out, it's a nice price to get a cheap double game week keeper. Finally go from a Sunderland keeper to a Newcastle keeper.
And you're possibly eating humble pie. That's the last decision you got to make.
Gordon. Yeah. If Kev Poulter's around.
I've seen him.
I can see him in the chat.
I've seen him knocking about. Sorry, Kev, again.
Yeah, just look, bloody hell. Who expected back-to-back doubles from Foden? I didn't. But yeah, it's one of them. If you feel something about a player, you've got to put him in. I didn't feel it for Foden. I didn't get involved in that. But I think was he the 5th most transferred out, 6th most transferred in?
Yeah, I think something like that. He was pretty much level on both sides. People getting him out for the price drop and then other people getting him in probably for the bonus.
Yeah. I mean, I said it was a risk. I think Ben brought him in, didn't he, for his goal bonus. It's a good move. You already had him and held him. Obviously, not too concerned about the price drop. But yeah, good move. Good move if you brought him in. Paid off. I'm thinking I might just roll one more week without him and then bring him in. But we'll see. We'll see before I end the show.
Yeah, it's the price, isn't it? The prices get away. But I guess as long as you're bringing in players who keep up the pace with that price rise, if you're happy to then swap them out later, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's go through some questions. So Philip up first. Morning, guys. You still has Salah. Which of these donkeys would you put in your team instead? Mateta, Thiago, Sesko, Voldemada, Watkins, Wood, Pedro, Delap, Tel, Gyökeres. That's the whole list of strikers in the game, isn't it there? Who are we having?
Yeah. Well, not Sesko's. Phil had a beer this morning. I like Thiago, but I've already got him, so I'm just going to hold him through the single. I think Thiago's a good option for next week and then for a few weeks after that. Mateta, you know my thoughts on Mateta. I think you're at it again, weren't he? Just, taking 3 shots from a penalty to put it in. And he's a bit of a donkey, to be honest. Voldemada this week. I'll speak about it through the show. Got Burnley at home. There might be a little bit of rotation. I think he survives any of the rotation. It's more the wingers, Gordon, Barnes, Murphy. And then obviously Dan Burn, Lewis Hall. They've got a decent selection of centre halves that they could maybe mix up for the Burnley game if they wanted to save their legs for the Champions League in midweek with Leverkusen. But Voldemada looks a good option. Burnley averaging 3 goals conceded every away game. So, and with Newcastle being strong at home, I predict there might be 3 or 4 goals in there for Newcastle, and Voldemada will probably be amongst that.
Yeah, I think I agree with that one. Out of that list, I think I'd go for Voldemada, and I can't afford to buy him this week, which is a bit annoying. But it doesn't feel as much of a behind the sofa sort of feeling as like a Haaland or one of those guys. But yeah, for Burnley at home, I think he's a really good buy. That's who I would go for personally. Best striker on the game, not in the list though. Mikel Merino surprising. But we'll see.
To be fair, he's doing well, isn't he?
Cheers to Ice Kitty. They've said, let's not forget to like and hype up the channel for these guys. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Ice Kitty.
And then Kev, another Salah owner here. Would you take Salah out for the more expensive players, or hold off a week and take Murillo out? So still got Murillo. Dyche playing those mind games last week. I think he said that Murillo was going to be okay after he missed that game, but ended up not playing.
Yeah, was it not illness that he missed the game with?
Oh, I don't know. I know he had a knock the game before, I thought, but...
Yeah, so he had a knock, and then I think he missed the game with illness.
No.
So he just did it. They were a knock and illness, giving us two reasons. I don't know which way around he was, but I'm guessing he must have been ready for the game, but he were ill. So I don't know, Murillo. I'd probably take out Salah. You can't have that much money sat on bench. But I mean, what are they going to do this week? What are they going to try next? Liverpool. They look awful. They look just devoid of any ideas. The only person doing anything there is Szoboszlai. They've got Salah to Szoboszlai. He's picking up points still.
I would sell Salah. And I know
definitely.
I feel bad saying this because it's Kev asking the question. I know this is not going to end well. Trust your gut on this one, but I think if I had Salah at this point, you're in danger now of like every week going, oh, okay, he was benched for this one, but then he's got this one. Oh, he paid bad for this one, but he's got this one, and it's just like where do you kind of draw the line? Because I didn't think he was going to get benched for 2 in a row.
Yeah.
You'd think he starts Leeds, but you just don't know now, do you? Whether he just is moving towards going without him.
Off the back of this last weekend's results again, where Liverpool scored a late goal to salvage a point at home against Sunderland, and Leeds have absolutely done a number on Chelsea. They were brilliant, Leeds. I don't know if you watched the game, but that away game at Leeds now isn't the easiest place to go when you've no confidence. And Leeds will be riding on a high.
They'll
if
smell
they go
that,
out
won't
Liverpool, I can see a Leeds win. And then going away to Inter, that's a tough place to go. I just don't. I can't. 6.6 million. I won't be holding Salah through them 2 games. No, I'd be bringing someone in, someone who's likely to, is going to probably start and probably better fixtures, better form.
That's 2 good players, or even just that's your route to Foden if he obviously didn't have him last week, or Saka if you haven't got him already. I would do that still personally, but it's always got the potential to backfire because he's the pen taker. He is still Salah, but is he even going to be on the pitch?
That's it.
Cheers for the super chat, Lewis. So Henderson, Williams, Timber, Lacroix, Sarr, Enzo, Saka, Minte, Haaland, Salah, Gakpo. So we just spoke a bit about Salah there already, but Sarr out, stuck between Gakpo, Minter, Hurd. Who's Hurd? Oh, Hurd, Gakpo dropped. Hurd, Gakpo. Hurd, Gakpo dropped for Leeds. Minte, good fixture against West Ham. Help. Oh, I'll be surprised if Gakpo's dropped.
Yeah,
I've seen him. Well. I've seen people leave him out of the predicted lineups. Gakpo, but I mean, he went off after 45. Then he played 3 90s in a row, and then played 45 and went off. I didn't know if that was pre-planned or dragged, but I like Gakpo.
They could have dragged any of them off. One of them where managers probably saying that 5 substitutes isn't enough after their performance, but yeah, Gakpo one that could burn you, because if there's anybody that has shown a little bit of life, it's probably him up top. But I wouldn't be bringing in Liverpool at this moment. He's got Salah and Gakpo. I mean, that must be hurting. Minte,
No
I don't get
doubles
that
coming
one.
out for Minter.
No doubles. So with that team, you've got to look at getting a bit of a City in there. It's lacking a bit of City midfield, I'd say. Doku, who's still only 4.6, decent price really. Probably go Gakpo to Doku. Foden if you could afford.
Yeah, Minter's 4.3. That's surprising. It's quite expensive.
Yeah, it is.
And then Saar 4.6. I think the Saar to Doku is a no-brainer, really, at the same price point. That's a nice, easy move, isn't it?
Yeah.
But would you, if you didn't have Doku or Foden, who you ringing in this week? Has it got to be Foden? But so bump up. You've got to find another foot. But let's assume he's got nothing in the bank. You'd have to bump up Saar by 0.4.
I think it's going to be a tough one.
Which will give you 3.9 for the Minter replacement, which could be a Chow or a Hall, or a 3.9 amount isn't that great. Voldemort's 4.1.
Oh, so I've read it wrong. I thought you were on about bringing Gakpo and Minter in.
No, he's got his
He's
got his team at the top,
out.
and he's got Minter and Gakpo already in it. So
sorry, yeah, I would. I'd leave. Oh no, Saar. They did the last game at week, aren't they? So you can't even really use the sub on the Saar one. So,
the sub's terrible. I think you can only get United after.
Yeah, I'd probably just do Saar and Minter. Like I say, 3.9, drop to maybe a Chow.
Yeah. I think Chow Foden. Nice move.
Yeah.
From the Discord, Roberto, who do you prefer out of this? Voldemort, Hall. I don't know if these are combos. Voldemort / Hall, Foden / Doku, or Hall / Foden. I think they've got to be combos, haven't they? Voldemort and Hall, Foden and Doku, or Hall / Foden. He says got the sheep option, differential option, or balanced option with Hall and Foden.
Yeah, Hall and Foden's definitely the most balanced.
I like Foden and Doku still. They're so exciting. Like, I've not had Doku all season, and I'm going to bring him in this week, and I'm well excited to do it. Welcome, bench.
Yeah, yeah. That's, honestly, mate, won't surprise me. I like the fixture for Newcastle. I do. I think a double up Newcastle attack or a double up defence this week is a good move. They've got doubles going forward. Got Sunderland and Fulham next week. Obviously, that Sunderland game is going to be massive. Then into 17-18 back-to-back doubles as well. So I think they've got good fixtures, Newcastle. So I don't think you can have too many at this point. Good performance against Spurs as well. I think they were unlucky to draw that game. If it weren't for Romero, a diving header and an overhead kick from a centre half, they should have seen that game out easily.
That was it wasn't top bins, was it? That bicycle kick. It was like the slowest bicycle kick I've ever seen.
It was tricky for Ramsdale because it bounced through all the players. I just think it just got away from him. But
it didn't make Ramsdale look great, did it? But
no, it didn't.
I do excuse him for the players in front. Greg, out of these four players, which two would you transfer in? Gehi, Voldemort, Munoz, or Hall? So I'm guessing we can have two of that list.
Voldemort and Munoz, because they'll be in my team come the start.
Munoz is another one. Just so fun.
Yeah.
Super chat from Uncertainty Principle. I can't get you to come up on the screen though. What's going on there? There we go. Any changes here? Henderson, Gehi, Munoz, Timber, Foden, Saka, Rogers, Doku, Haaland, Voldemort, and Mateta. Oh.
You're banking them transfers, aren't you?
Yeah, I I feel like because you've just sent us a lovely super chat, I have to tell you that you have to make moves. But that's a really nice team.
It is. I honestly, I think because you've obviously not got the problem of Saar, so you're not having to make a move. You've already got a doubling keeper. You've got the Crystal Palace backline, which has been good. Timber, he might have to play centre half. So if you want to push for, if you want to make a change, maybe Timber. But I tell you what, you've got a lovely setup there. I don't even mind the Rodgers bit of a differential, and
that was all I was thinking. If you really had to, make a move, Rodgers at 5 million with Arsenal today. Basel in midweek, they're in a really good position in Europe. So I do expect he starts on both anyway, but maybe he gets reduced minutes in the second one. You could go for a Rodgers to a Voldemade, or if you really wanted to target that Newcastle game potentially, but I don't think you have to do anything with that. And I would keep Timber.
It's got Voldemade there. You could go to a Gordon.
Oh, he's got him already. Yeah.
Yeah. It's set up so nice, that team.
Yeah, you could double.
If I could have your
Gordon,
team, I'd have it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd roll. I wouldn't sell Timber personally. Thank you very much, mate. I've seen a few people say. I see someone said it might be Kev saying that Gyökeres is starting in the chat, but yeah, I don't know. I've not seen that myself. I saw that Indy Kayla guy saying that Gyökeres was starting the last game and didn't, so don't trust it too much. But they are the early games, so I'll keep an eye out. Bukayo Saka in this week. This is Jacko. Can only get him by doing Timber / Enzo to Saka and O'Reilly. Would you lose Timber and Enzo to get Saka and O'Reilly?
No, I like Enzo. I like the Enzo pick. He's in my team. I think, obviously, can't see a team, but I'd find another route, not Enzo. As well with O'Reilly, he's a touch and go, is he? Something about a bit of fatigue.
Yeah,
he's played a lot of minutes, hasn't he? He has played a lot of minutes, which he's probably not been used to, so he's probably due a rest.
Pep did say something weird. Like, he said it was possible, but he did also say something weird. He said he's not a granddad like Bernardo Silva, which I'm sure he must get on well with Bernardo to say that. He said he's not. He said he's not one of the grandfathers in the team. He's still young, so
yeah, he is full of running.
No. I would keep Enzo and Timber, but I know it will be hard to not have Saka this week. Tricky Trees. Morning, lads. Milenkovic out for Hull or Munoz? And Salah out for Voldemade or Thiago? It's got to be Munoz and Voldemade, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, obviously Thiago, for not to bring in this week, but further down the line.
Munoz best defender in the game. I think you got to go there. BCFC Jacko as well. Same thing as Saka must buy this week. Can only get him by. This got to be the same Jacko. Jacko in our Discord and Jacko in. This has got to be the same, isn't it?
It's got to be.
Fancy that. Timber and Enzo leaving 3.2. Your best option is O'Reilly. Yeah, I think that is your best shout for that price. But nah, we're done. Yeah, sorry. I'd just go without this week.
Yeah.
Dropped from 500 to below 1,000 despite using goal bonus. Thinking of swapping Eza and Salah for Gordon and Foden. Leaving enough for Lacroix and Munoz next game week.
Yeah, it's
solid.
Good planning. Yeah, good planning. Shame you didn't have Gordon and Foden on the goal boost, innit? Eze and Salah, obviously, flopping. Yeah, unlucky, mate. I say big swings. The Foden one's the big one between that goal boost. If you didn't have Foden, it wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't a great.
There's the difference between it being a flop and a decent return, I think.
Yeah.
Right, this is one that have been deciding on my own team. I don't know if there's a clear answer, but what's your opinion on this first between Malik Chow and Lewis Hall for this game week? So Malik Chow in at 3.6, I think it is, and Lewis Hall 3.3.
I think Hall's the most exciting pick out of the two. Chow's probably the nailed centre half for Newcastle now, isn't he? I think he's come in and he's shown a bit of class, hasn't he, Chow? He grabbed a couple of goals the other week, so he is a threat. It's just Hall seems to do better on the matrix, obviously being a fullback and getting forwards. It's a tough one. But if Hall isn't fully fit and he's not able to complete the 90s, sometimes that can work in your favour. And if he's getting dragged off at 65 minutes and then Newcastle concede a late goal, he's only having to get a 65-minute clean sheet, whereas Chow's probably have to see out the 90. The only other thing is that if Hall does get a rest against Burnley and he brings Burn back into left back and brings Shaw in, or I think Botman's out injured, but if he brings Shaw into centre half, Hall could get a rest. Livramento obviously a bit more expensive, but he's probably more likely to play given the options. It's whether you want to play it safer or want to go for the more exciting pick. Safer is Chow, exciting Hall.
Yeah, I think the safer pick is definitely Malik Chow, and that is usually the way I tend to lean when choosing my team. But I think I'm going to go for Hall this week, the cheaper of the two. I'd say if you're going to go for him, I wouldn't do it if you've got a lot of players in your team. You're thinking, will he get a rest? Will he get a rest? Will he get a rest? If you feel like the rest of your team is pretty nailed. I know no one could be fully nailed at this time of year with so many games, but I think if you get Hall, you have got to accept that there is probably a benching coming. Like I think I'm gonna bring Hall in this week, and I would not be surprised if he is benched for Burnley. Obviously, I don't want that, and the worst case scenario will be Chow gets the clean sheet, Burnley, Hall is benched. But I was looking yesterday all the way up to like game week 17, maybe, and Newcastle's fixtures are good. And I do think even if he does get a couple benchings, Hall, I reckon if you can hold him for that period of time, I think Hall will outscore him. But
yeah, definitely.
If you are going to just go for it for 1 week, I'd probably just go for the one that you think's more nailed, possibly. But I do think that the Hall, he started at 4.5 million and he's 3.3 now. Because at the start of the season, he kept dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping.
Yeah.
I think if he's playing regular, he will get back up to that sort of 4 million mark. So I'm going to get him in and just leave him, I think, as long as he doesn't get injured or end up missing 1 in 2. But if it's 1 in 3 or 4, I think I can stomach that. Hope that helps. Steve Ricks, what do you think of Nketiah for a 1 week punt? As I don't think Mateta will be. I think Mateta will get a rest against Shelbourne.
I did think this.
What, going Nketiah or that Mateta will get rested?
No, it just crossed my mind, the Nketiah move. I've gone Voldemort, obviously, but that it does tempt me. Because Nketiah could fill his boots against Shelbourne. I do think that's the way it'll go. I do think Mateta will get the rest. He'll be brought on if needed, which they shouldn't need. It should be a bit of a route, to be honest. So yeah, I get what you're thinking there, Steve. You're brave enough to do it, mate.
If anyone will do it, Steve.
Yep.
Steve's a Villa fan. Come on, Arsenal. Eze and Nunes are out. Marino and Foden are in. I'm heading to Villa Park soon to watch what could be an exciting game. hoping for the 3 points up the Villa. I didn't even see that. We're filled up with Villa fans here. What's going
They're
on?
everywhere.
Come on,
Yeah,
come on.
I don't mind those moves. But you see, bringing Marino in. Are you hoping he scores today?
Yeah, what's that about? Hedging.
I thought you'd be bringing Watkins in.
Yeah, I'm sat here with Rogers, and he's going for Marino.
That's it.
I don't mind their moves. I'm tempted by Marino. Actually, he was one of the ones that I could bring in. I've got bang on 3.9 for my second transfer. I think I'm going to go for Hall now. But I got a sneaky feeling Marino's just going to keep this centre forward spot. Kev said that that Gyökeres is starting. I haven't seen that anywhere, so I don't know if that's just Kev thinking he's starting or he's got some inside info. But I think Marino is undroppable at the moment, unless he's tired and needs a rest. But it's his shirt to lose, in my opinion.
Yeah, he won't want to rest.
Morning, Gary. Sean losing Richarlison and Salah. Yeah, best replacements. Not got much to work with there, have you, money wise? Richarlison, 3.1. Salah. Yeah. For some reason in my head I had the Spurs Salah because I just read Richarlison. But yeah, if it's Palace Salah, 4.6. I like Doku.
Yeah.
If you've got the money to go Richarlison to Hall, need an extra 0.2.
Yeah, he should have that in the bank.
My boy Marlon.
Marlon, yeah.
3 million.
Probably should start today, shouldn't he?
He's going to get the 0.2 rise. I don't know if he'll definitely start, but even if he doesn't, he'll get Basel, which is probably arguably the better game.
Yeah, it's true.
But I'm going to sell him. I've decided I'm going to retire Marlon now from Dream Team. He come in on the goal bonus. He got his goal. You all laughed. He got his goal. And that's it now. He's going to retire a legend. I'm never picking him again. Because if he stays in any longer,
memories.
Yeah, if he stays in any longer, it'll end bad. So thanks for the memories, Marlon. But it's time to go. Morning, lads. Would you rather bring in Doku for Enzo or Rogers for Chow or Timber for Cash?
Doku for Enzo or Rogers or Chow. Or Chow for Timber or Cash.
It retests our reading, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
I don't know if it's the question on me. I'm not the best at English.
So if I'm taking out Enzo or Rogers for Doku, I would do Rogers because I like Enzo as a pick. But Rogers isn't a bad pick. Chow for Timber or Cash. I'd probably take out Cash, leave Timber in. He's more of a long-term hold. One of the best defenders on game.
I'll do Doku for Rogers because Enzo's got possibility of a double the week after as well.
Yeah.
Out of them, Josh. Cheers, mate. You can have this one.
Bramble's a legend, isn't he? Thomas Brolin. We were talking about Thomas Brolin on
yeah, who brought him up?
Awards night. Conk.
I'm sure I saw his name recently.
We're going through a few old legends.
Luke Sinclair. Which two? Oh, you got the Discord open?
Nope.
Okay. We'll come back to that one. Brad, Neto and Rogers to Gordon and Volt. Or Munoz and Volt. Gordon versus Munoz this week.
Tough one. He never gets rested, does he, Munoz?
It's got to be Munoz, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think he's probably the safer option, but I do like that first game. If Gordon starts today, I think he could do a bit of damage against Burnley.
I prefer Munoz. I know Gordon. Yeah, if Gordon starts, which he probably will, it's a great one, isn't it? But then, can you guarantee that he's going to keep going on a run of starting games where Munoz is just starting and playing good minutes in all of them?
Yeah.
Would you get rid of Timber, even temporarily, due to the predicted 0.2 drop? I wasn't wanting to, but possibly my only option is want Roafs to Henderson and can't afford it otherwise.
Wait, roast to Ramsdale.
I think I
rather
said
than
this.
tearing your team up, start making changes you don't want to make just to get a keeper in. Just put Ramsdale in.
Yeah, I think I answered similar to Samantha on a comment yesterday on YouTube. I think if I had Roafs at the moment, I think I would do, unless I had loads of money in the bank, which looks like you haven't. I'd do Roast to Ramsdale. Hope that until Pope gets back, Ramsdale should outscore his 3 million price.
Yeah,
build a bit, catch Henderson up maybe, and by that time you might be able to find the money to make the switch later.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want Gyökeres even if he was starting. Can't pick a player that wears Timberland boots. Morning Joe, morning Noopy. Best replacement for Salah and Richarlison? We've done that one, didn't we?
Yeah. You go back to Luke Sinclair?
Yep. Morning lads, my team is Henderson, Lacroix, Timber, Cash, Enzo, Doku, Saka, Pino, Haaland, Voldemar, Mateta. 5 transfers. Which 2 players would you drop to get Foden and Munoz?
See, that's all about cash there, isn't it? Excuse the pun, but so if you've got the money in the bank, then you go Cash and Pino to Foden and Munoz, but I'm guessing that would be too expensive. Wouldn't mind doing Mateta and Cash to Foden and Munoz.
Yeah, if you've got the money available to do it. If not, I know we've just been saying don't sell Timber, but you could drop Timber down to Hincapié if you wanted to cover Arsenal. He's only 3.6. I can't see any reason why he's not going to be starting most of the games at the moment with Gabriel, Mosquera, Saliba all potentially out. So save a bit of money from Timber if you want to do it that way. That could be one of the extra ones to raise the money.
What price is Ben White?
4.1, I think. Where he hasn't been playing, he hasn't really had the like minutes to even drop price.
Yeah, he'll be going up 0.3 as well, only be a 14-pointer.
I just don't know. I just don't know if he hasn't been starting because Arteta hasn't fancied him, or he just hasn't been up to speed. And if he's not up to speed, I don't know how he's going to play twice a week. This one's for you. There you go, David Oliver. You were asking this.
Keep Purcell. Yeah, he's got to go. I don't like when the players are flagged and you've got a double. I don't like taking the risk with him. He's done all right. He's been steady. Rice. He probably won't score today, but I'd sell him at that price point because he's like a straight swap for a Foden. So, yeah, out for me.
Yeah, you asked this. I think I agree. If he's injured, he'll miss Villa, but I can't see. I've seen people ask, would he be rested? And I think there's no chance you rest Declan Rice for Villa. In my opinion, it's such a big game. So I think if he's fit, he plays, and then I think if he plays, he rests Bruges. So I'd probably sell him. There's plenty of good options. And Philip is taking Rice out, Foden in. I like this comment. Hall for points, Chow for mins. Problem is mins equals points a lot of the time.
Yeah,
that's the only issue there. Foden, best Rice replacement, probably.
I'd say so.
Scott, don't forget the captaincy poll. We've got 15 minutes. Is there anyone else? Should we do that? People, I saw some people cap Foden last week. Captaincy poll.
Yeah.
Who are you throwing in the captaincy poll? Haaland. Are we putting in Foden in just because he scores 2 goals every game?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. He's guaranteed another couple of braces.
Newcastle player. I'll just keep it generic.
Got to be a Newcastle player. Got to be a Automata. And then Saka, probably.
I can only do 4, so I can't do another. Should I just leave it at Saka? We won't give another comment if you've got another.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, there you go. Captaincy poll. Who's your cap?
It's sat on Haaland. Gone all missionary and boring.
Socks on.
I just, I don't really. As much as the Newcastle first fixture excites me, I don't think the Sunderland game's set for Haaland. I think Sunderland had 6 away games and they've conceded 6 goals. They defend really well away from home, and then obviously play on counter. So as you've seen with Liverpool, only just scoring in 87th minute. I think it'd be one of them frustrating afternoons for City. I think they'll win, may score 1 or 2, but I don't think it's going to be a flurry, and that should convince me to take it on, shouldn't it?
I can't see how
Do I do it?
No risk there for me.
I think I've just talked myself into maybe changing my captain. Go on, keep going before I
do. Would you sell Calafiori to Malik Chow?
He's on 4 yellows, isn't he, Calafiori?
He's on 4 yellows, yeah.
If I remember rightly. Obviously, it doesn't really matter so much this week because if he does get a yellow card, it's next week. That's the problem.
I'd just keep. I think I'd just keep.
Yeah. Look, if you're going to double up on Newcastle, I like the double up today. I do, definitely. And it's something that moving forward could become a little bit of a Palace block, how they've really smashed it. I think that Newcastle, cheap goalkeeper, Ramsdale, which allows Lewis Hall's cheap, Chow's pretty cheap. I think you could block them and maybe start to make some gains if you weren't on the Arsenal block early doors.
Yeah, that's a big swing, isn't it? If you could get that right over Palace and Arsenal, because most people who've got Arsenal or Palace probably don't want to move them.
Yeah, that's it. You feel a little bit stuck with them.
Yeah.
But I think, if I didn't have the problems they had this week with Sarr and Rice, I think I would be blocking on Newcastle. I'd be putting Ramsdale, possibly Hall and Chow in, or Livermore and Chow. So if anybody, what is brave enough to go, do you know what, I'm just gonna stick a block in. I'm gonna take them on, especially the Palace box. It's just been killer.
And if they don't rotate for Shelbourne, that looks
gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt the points this week. Surely Newcastle keep it clean against Burnley.
I like this one just because I'm going for Hull. Could be the new Trent. Starts both, gets subbed to bank a couple of clean sheets. Yeah, 60-minute subs would be nice. There was a comment from Eddie Howe where he said he's been really happy with Hull, but he struggled towards the end of games. And that quote's been thrown out there to be oh, well, he could be really tired. He needs to rest. Or maybe he just doesn't play the end of games.
That's it. And if he doesn't, it could play into Dream Team owner's hands.
Unless it's a 59th. I think 59th gets rounded up now, doesn't it? But any less. Semenyo and Salah out for Palmer and Isak. God.
Do you know
who plays more combined minutes? Who plays more combined minutes? This double out of them two. I don't think I think Salah and Semenyo might even play more.
Possibly. Isak obviously got the goal against West Ham, short finish. but they didn't back that. I mean, it weren't great against West Ham, but they still didn't back it up with the performance against Sunderland. I don't think Isak had a shot on target. I don't mind Palmer. Palmer looked quite sharp. Should have scored, to be fair. I don't know if you've seen the chance he had. Got put on the plate for him by Garnacho, and he should have scored. But yeah, Isak, I think he's got to give Liverpool a chance to change manager and get that new manager bounce, I think.
Just don't like that Palmer's going down 0.3 for playing 20 odd minutes. I think it's risky.
Yeah, that hurts as well. I think you got to look for Palmer maybe next week, because I think he might get that cup game, get more minutes into his legs.
Doesn't mean anything, but Newcastle just shared their match day graphic. It's got Voldemort at the front, Barnes, Malik Chow, Gomares, Murphy. No Hall on the graphic.
No Gordon.
It's only the little picture. No Gordon on there either. Make of that what you will. Can't see any. I've not had anything Arsenal related in terms of team news or anything like that. Obviously, the early kickoff.
Yeah.
Right, what we've got left? 11 minutes. Have we done this one? Super chat from Lucas. Cheers, mate. Team is on the screen there. Who would you replace Salah with? £8 million budget. It can't be £8 million budget just for taking Salah out.
He must have saved up a bit of cash in bank.
Kudus, Rogers, Eza, Szoboszlai. 8 mil.
Kudus could be a shout this week.
Yeah, I like that. 2 home fixtures, and he's only 6% owned in the overall game now. And it felt like everyone had him at the start.
Yeah, 8-pointer against Newcastle, 9-pointer against Fulham. Obviously got a goal. So although Spurs didn't look great, he's still coming away with a little bit there. Are Spurs going to be boiled by that that draw they got at Newcastle? Albeit they should have been beat, but sometimes that can just give you that bit of bounce, can't it? To push on. Sometimes you just need one of them results. Yeah, I like Kudus. In fact, I think I'm going to do Kudus, I think.
Would you rather Kudus or Gordon for this week?
Well, that's something. I think Kudus' minutes is probably a lot safer.
Yeah. That's tough because he's got all the people that I would straight away say, like, he's got Saka already, he's got Docker and Foden already. He doesn't have an Arsenal defender, but then it's probably, you don't want to sell him, but it's not the week to buy him.
No.
I'd do Kudus out that list.
Yeah, I think I would as well.
I don't think you have the same minutes risk as Gordon. So I like that. Now you're thinking about it now.
Oh yeah,
Cheers, Lucas.
I'm on with changing my team up here.
It's going to be a nice differential as well if it does go off.
Yeah.
Foden or Bruno G? It's got to be Foden, isn't it?
It's got to be. He's more exciting. Bruno G, nice and steady. He'll get you points every week. He won't get you explosive returns like Foden's capable of. But he's just had 2 in a row. He's due a blank, isn't he, Foden?
This will be the real test. Like if he blanks twice this week, do people then go and take him straight back out again and learn from the 3 blanks before it?
Yeah.
Oh, voice gone there. Volt or Gordon? Maybe Volt for me.
Volt. My sense. LaCroix to Hall. Any sense in doing LaCroix to Hall? I guess that we do work as like translators, aren't we?
I don't know if
Some
that's
point.
like auto-corrected. Max sense LaCroix? Or is there any sense in doing LaCroix to Hull? Who knows? But it's got to be LaCroix. LaCroix to Hull. I wouldn't do it. But he's played every minute of every game. LaCroix.
And he's good. He's good for the matrix, isn't he? He does well on PPMs and stuff.
Just keep him. You're finding problems there that don't exist. 7 minutes. Blimey, sorry if we've missed any questions because there's so many here. We've got to about 20. We've got to about 25 past, half past is when the question we're on that question. Salah and Sarr to Foden and Voldemar this week. Yeah.
Yeah. Good moves. Just if anyone's desperate about the question and they really want it answering, hit a super chat and it flashes up on our screen straight away. Obviously, we're just making our way down the list in order.
Would you like my carton of juice?
No, I love it. Is that my tin of ale? Only joking.
These appeared in the fridge. Lovely fresh orange carton. Didn't realise how ridiculous I looked while I was drinking it though. Right, Ryan. Right, Ryan. I've not seen Ryan in a while.
Yeah, I haven't. Hope you're all right, mate.
Need to get rid of Sarr. That's an easy one. Other transfer is Thiago to Voldemar, Rogers to Bruno G, or Matty Cash to Hall. That's tough.
See, I'd hold Thiago, and I know we always talk about the fixtures and especially your attacking players, but I'd hold him because I want him for next week and beyond. There, if I do play my goal boost in 17, I'm hoping to have Thiago for that. So, Cash to Hall. If you fancy it, Rogers to Bruno G feels a little bit sideways, although Bruno G does have the better fixtures. Rogers may get a rest in that Champions League game because he doesn't get a rest often. I think there's a lot of us going to be burnt by rotation and benchings this week. It's going to be annoying.
I think
feel it. Some really good looking teams are going to come out with shit points.
I think I would do the Rogers to Bruno G. Because I would want to keep Thiago for the week after that double.
Yeah.
I think Cash to Hall, you're just trading one game for one game, but Cash could get Arsenal and then not the other game, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it that way around. One last refresh. We've got 4 minutes until the 4 minutes until the deadline. Let's quickly see if there's any team news out, but I don't think we're going to get anything. No sign of Saliba with the Arsenal squad. Rice is with the Arsenal squad. It doesn't mean he's starting.
No.
Trossard with the squad, but that's nothing, is it? Nothing of note. Lock in, everyone. 3 minutes now to go. I am doing Marlon to Hall and Sarr to Doku. Leaving 0.7 in the bank.
I'm doing Roos to Ramsdale. Sarr to Voltemada.
Nice.
and Rice to Kudus.
Cap.
It's sat on Haaland, but oh god, that's tempting.
Nah, don't change your mind after 3 minutes. With 3 minutes to spare.
Mm.
I can see it going through your head.
Just like thinking Sunderland and then Real Madrid away.
I took him. I didn't cap him for Real Madrid away. Real Madrid last season. I can't remember if it was home or away, and he banged 2. Haaland.
Yeah, he did. It was at home. That I remember that one.
Yeah, so I won't be messing around with that again. I'm pretty chill compared to last week. Will Voldemort play as many minutes with Vista being available? He's not played. I know he played a behind closed doors one, didn't he? 11v11, they said, or something. But I don't know how many minutes he played, if he played it all. But I reckon he'll be on the bench. But again, you've got to ease him in, haven't you?
Yeah.
Kevin, Richards to Hull. I'd be more inclined to take that chance. I still think you don't need to sell Palace.
Yeah, I don't think you need to sell him.
But Richards seems the least nailed for 2 out of all of them.
Mm.
1 minute.
Yeah. I think Kudus is differential enough. I don't need to stick the cap on him.
Who are you telling? You convincing me or yourself?
No. I'll convince himself. I'm telling you, no. I'm going to leave it on Haaland. I've already had a rank drop that why with not goal boosting and not having Foden. I don't need to make my drop any worse. Baltimore attempts and Kudus tempts, but yeah, I think they're differential enough.
Little compliment for you there. Do you want to show your team?
Oh. Yeah, cheers, little Nick. You want to see my team?
No messing around now. Oh, hello.
Honestly, little one's down. Dogs go wild.
Just telling you it's deadline.
Yeah, there's my team. Like I say, Roos to Ramsdale. Hopefully straight away, clean sheet. Kudus in. Nice double there for Spurs. So hopefully 2 home games, and they're boiled after that Romero masterclass up at Newcastle, and then Baltimore in. Hopefully he's in amongst the goals against Burnley, and holding Thiago, like I said, for further down the line.
I like it.
Hopefully Spurs and Brentford's a 4-4 game. Thiago and Kudus filling the boots.
I've got hope for a quiet Newcastle game for goals, I think. Let's have a look at mine. We up to now. Yeah,
He went down 0.2 Ramsdale.
0.2 drop. He was only predicted 0.1, I think.
Yeah. Fernandez down 0.1. Saka the same. Kudus up 0.1. Doku up 0.1. Thiago up 0.1. Oh, yes. 0.1? He had that.
For Thiago? I think it was projected.
He come on, didn't he?
He was projected 0.2, I think, in the end.
Yeah. Haaland stayed the same. Baltimore up 0.2. And that's about that.
Timber dropped 0.2. Right, my one.
Here we go.
Zoom. So that's me.
I forgot you had Rodgers. You went Rodgers and Marlon, didn't you?
Yeah, so I had Rodgers and Marlon last week for the goal bonus.
Yeah.
I think I didn't see what Marlon went up or down this week. I think he was projected a 0.2 rise, but I took him out anyway. I've swapped him for Hull, who got the 0.3 up to 3.6. So yeah, I hope he starts, but I'm not entirely confident. But I do think over this, I just think I'm seeing him as like maybe being the new Williams, maybe I know Williams will be more nailed, but if he can start the bulk of games, I think he scores really nicely.
Yeah.
So yeah, he come in for Marlon, and then it was just a straight swap. Doku in for Salah. So yeah, got the power three from City. Mateta up top, Saka, Rogers, Lacroix, Timber, Munoz, and Hall with Henderson in goal. 0.7 in the bank. I'm thinking if if Palmer does starting games, or I need to move to a Newcastle attacker or something, I've got plenty in the bank, haven't I, to do that? So
yeah.
Sorted. That was what I was going to just say on Hall. I don't know if it will show, but I was looking at this yesterday with Connor. And like loads of did not plays. This is where he lost all the value, Hall, wasn't it?
Yeah, with the
in the games he has actually started, 3 bonus. All got tackles. Bonus point tackles. None of these were starts. That wasn't a start. That wasn't a start. This was, but it was pretty pants against City. This wasn't a start. But then the other 2 starts back to back, 3 bonus.
Yeah.
Tackles in both. So when he's on, he's good. It's just whether he'll start. But right. Good luck to everyone this game week. And I feel like we owe this to Kev, and then we'll draw a line under it and move on. Lads, don't know if you want to read this. I can't bring myself to take out Salah. Got last week's PTSD, so he's took out Sarr and Murillo for Richards and Chow. Get Palmer and Foden in next week.
Yeah, Sarr and Murillo won't hurt you this week, will they?
Yeah. Good luck, Kev.
Good luck, mate.
Hope Salah gets you that 4 goals that you're owed. Right, everyone, have a good one. I'm about to put up the Christmas tree.
You miserable shit. It's already 6th of bloody December. Get it up.
Get up in the loft, get the Christmas tree down, get Arsenal on.
Yep. Best of luck, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for joining us.
Hit that join button if you want to join our Discord, get early access to the pods, and join us for our next preview live on Monday evening. We'll be previewing Game Week 15 Sun Dream Team. But until then, we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye all.